Today on SoFlo Home Project, it's a jungle out here. It was right here. Hopefully there's enough room. It's like a wig.
Hey, I think I need that a little bit
love
more
it.
than you. I can use that more than you can, man.
You're gonna take off the glasses and take it all in, okay? Wait.
Oh, not yet. I'm sorry.
Summer is just around the corner, so we're heading outdoors for today's makeover.
So really right now the space is not really functional. We don't use it at all. We'd love to entertain. We'd love to have dinner parties out here. We'd love for it not to be so taken over by our kids' toys. We'd love to have some areas to sit outside and just enjoy the backyard.
With hurricane season beginning yesterday, I'm keeping that in mind in the overall design, and we even have a special guest joining us at the end of the day that will talk more about getting us hurricane season ready. South Florida is color, texture, lifestyle. It's a vibrant collage of different cultures blended in different ways. This collage is where I work. I'm home decor expert Martin Amado. Let me help you design your lifestyle. Join me as we experience SoFlo Home Project. Welcome to SoFlo Home Project. A backyard is more than just a playground for kids. It can also be used as a perfect entertaining space for the entire family. Today we're taking back control of a patio with toys all around, and we're creating an outdoor room for all ages to enjoy. I'll be handling the decor, and I'm teaming up with Steve Beck from Turfworks to take care of all the landscaping. Let's make it happen.
So excited that Steve and Martin are here. Just get it all pulled together finally.
Hey Steve,
Hey,
good to
morning,
see you.
Martin. I like your wheels.
Beep beep. So listen, you can tell that kids love this backyard, huh?
Yeah, it's a great space.
But of course, I know your client, the homeowner, wants to create an outdoor space as well for the entire family to enjoy, not just the kids.
Yeah, there's got to be an adult spot and a kid space.
I kind of feel that this patio slab is almost way too small for entertaining purposes. I almost want to designate this area over here as the kid zone, if you will.
If we can extend that space another 8 to 10 feet and do a whole thing, maybe with a softer surface from the playoff, and get all of the toys and their things out that way, and sort of make this the adult section.
So we are going to be dealing with decorative elements with regards to this patio area here, but we're also going to be talking throughout the day about really safety issues to get your home also ready for hurricane season. That being said, you're starting with this big tree over here, right?
Yeah, we've got Johnny up there. They're going to be up in the tree very shortly, and it's got to be thinned and moved away from the house a little bit,
right,
just to make it safe. This big oak tree that we have on the property is planted very close to the house, and with hurricane season approaching, we want to trim it, thin it, get some air to pass through it to make it safer in the event that there is a storm this season.
So what are we doing right here now?
We've got to get this down to grade. I want to lower it by about 3 to 4 inches.
Yeah.
We're going to frame it in wood, and I don't want there to be a lip. I don't want it to be elevated. I'm afraid it might be a tripping hazard.
Yeah.
So this whole area's got to come down about 3-4 inches, and then we'll build it back up with the rubber mulch.
Okay. I'm trying to do the best that I can so I can build biceps like Mr. Steve Beck right here. He has it hidden today. Okay, so now the 2x4s are in place, so you can really appreciate the size, right?
Correct. Everything's screwed together. It's structurally good. We've got it level, graded with the existing deck.
Yeah, okay. So listen, I know you got this. Let me go check on John up on the roof and the whole tree cutting.
Cool, we'll keep on doing our thing.
My name is John Diaz-Gamba. My company name is John's Tree Service, and we specialize in just cutting trees.
Okay, John, so I think it's fair to say this is not a do-it-yourself project. With a tree of this size, you really want to hire a professional such as yourself.
Yeah.
The first thing we have to look for is if a tree is really dense with branches, that is kind of a negative when it comes to hurricane season. Why is that?
Because it makes it act like a sail, and that wind can't penetrate through it when a storm comes, and it could blow the whole tree over.
Got it.
So cause a lot of damage, especially if it's over a house. Some big limbs could fall.
John, so one last question. How often do you have to do this throughout the year?
You probably should, after you do it like we do, you probably not for, another 5 to 7 years.
Wow. Well, we appreciate your work for making this home safe for hurricane season. I have to get back down there and help Steve make that patio happen.
No problem. Thanks
Thank
for
you
having
again,
me.
John.
Okay.
Coming up on SoFlo Home Project, after defining this kid play zone, we begin to beautify the patio with the new landscape.
Before you make the decision on how to best protect your home this hurricane season, we're going to show you a lot of different window options so you're really prepared when you're making that decision on today's SoFlo Home Project.
Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. We are making this space usable, not just for kids, because at the moment it's basically toy central, as you can see, but also for the adults, right?
Exactly.
So it's the perfect area for entertaining, and then we're creating a separate kids zone over here, which is the reason why we have that sort of framed out with 2x4. And again, yesterday is the beginning of hurricane season, so throughout the entire show, we're also getting this home hurricane ready. So the next step now is to really soften this area with some planting beds, correct?
Mm-hmm. We've approximated where we're going to remove the grass to get our bed going. As you can see, it ties the existing deck to the new part of it.
Yeah.
The landscaping will sort of define the area, make it a little bit more cozy, if you will. We're laying down the weed block material. What we've chosen in this case, roofing material, because as we know, that's pretty impervious. It's going to really do a good job of keeping the grass and the weeds from coming up through the rubber mulch.
I love these. So these stay low, right?
Yeah, those will just feel like a carpet on the ground.
It's like a wig.
Hey, I think I need that a little
I
bit
love
more
it.
than you. I can use that more than you can, man.
Funky
There you
hair.
go.
I love it. We're going to now sort of dry fit the plants in place,
Exactly.
get a better visual, and then we'll take it from there. We're kind of bringing the outdoors closer to the patio. Before, I just felt that everything felt disconnected, you know, and looked disconnected.
Yeah, it kind of ties the whole yard together.
Yeah.
It sort of makes the area a little bit more intimate.
So this is looking good. Now we just have to repeat the same thing on that side, although a little bit different, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a little bit small over there,
Yeah.
but we've got some nice material, some good color.
Love it. So while we get that area ready, let's check in with our own hurricane expert here on the show when it comes to windows and doors, Tat Granado from Florida Home Improvement Associates.
People don't know that there's over 32 different ways to order hurricane impact glass. Now, of course, we're not going to show you all 32 different ways today, but there's a few things we can look for to identify exactly how we want to protect our home and our family, and we're going to show you a few options on today's show. And this right here is a great example of the minimum code, the minimum intent of the code, Dade County approved impact glass. It will protect your home and your family from flying debris. It has a polyvinyl butyral inner layer in between, and it's 2 pieces of glass heated at extreme temperatures to form a piece of Dade County approved impact glass. This is a great starting point. It's certainly better than what most families have in their home currently, but it's not exactly the best way we can protect your home and your family. There's a few ways you can order the glass to be stronger. One of the ways is we can heat the glass to make it stronger, and we can also increase the thickness of the inner layer. And this is an example of that. The glass is heated at extreme temperatures to form a piece of strong hurricane impact glass, but it also has a thicker polyvinyl butyral inner layer in between to provide better hurricane protection for the family. So in areas where you're more susceptible to positive pressure pushing on your windows, it gives less of a bowing effect, and it's able to protect your family a lot better than the minimum intent and the minimum code glass. This is another great example of how there's so many differences in hurricane impact glass. This one actually has a completely different inner layer altogether. It's a lot more rigid than the other two that we looked at earlier. In areas of your home where you're more susceptible to positive and negative pressures pulling and pushing on the glass, we want something a lot more rigid, and that's where we order this type of glass if the homeowner elects, and provides great protection, especially around the corners of your home and some of your larger openings that we see here in South Florida. So as you can see, there's so many different ways we can protect your home and your family. It's really best that you have us come out, really go through the process with you, educate you on all the different options that are available, and make sure your family is protected the right way for this upcoming hurricane season. Back to you, Martin.
Thanks, Tat. There's nothing like the peace of mind of having hurricane windows and doors in your home. So I know this house has them, so that's great. Now, even with the planting, Steve, I love that we're also being sort of hurricane conscious.
Plant selection and tree selection is very important, and our initial thought was to do something that's going to get some height here, but we decided, the proximity to the house, we've got overhead wires to keep something a little bit smaller that we can keep small. This will grow up to about 6-8 feet, and then we can keep it in that height and pose much less of a risk in the future.
So let's open up the holes, plant them, mulch, and then move on to the next project.
Sounds like a plan.
Cool. So now that it's finished, Steve, I love how it really ties in with the other side over there.
I do too. I think it's coming together really nice.
So this is done. We have one more planting section to go and to do, and then we can start decorating the space.
Cool. Let's see if we can beat the rain.
Yep. Next on SoFlo Home Project, we add a lot of function and style to this backyard patio. Woo! That was fun. If you're looking to make your home more energy efficient and safer during a storm, there's a program that makes it all affordable. Coming up, we'll show you how the Y Green program works and if it's for you. Welcome back to
SoFlo Home Project.
Yeah, I love it. On point. So all day today, Steve, we are collaborating together, kind of decorating this patio at the same time, doing some major planting and also getting the home hurricane ready. I know part of your crew was trimming down the tree behind us.
One of the most important things we did, we really went to town on that tree and got it thinned out, and it's amazing to watch John and his crew up there.
So we have one more planting bed to go, and that's this corner here and that side too. But we're gonna actually replace these with this over here.
Correct.
So it's the same idea behind the planting beds here, just different textures, different heights and levels. That was fun.
No, the mulch area turned out just as I had hoped. It's nice and level, it's nice and flat. Martin already tried it out, and it's a soft landing, so it'll be safe and it should be fun.
But listen, this looks amazing. It really opens up the entire patio space.
I think so too, yeah. It looks 3 times as big.
And I love how now
Fantastic.
this also frames the staircase. Super nice, and it gives us that pop of color that we're actually going to be bringing in the decorative accessories. So at this point, we can bring in the furniture.
Cool.
And now for the viewers, there are different ways that you can also make your home safer and more efficient. Let's see how Y-Green can help homeowners update their homes and also make major improvements. Super easy. Major home improvements such as impact windows and doors, new roof, solar panels, and more can be very expensive, but they don't have to be. And that's because the Y-Green program makes it affordable to almost everyone. Okay, so Deborah Castro is with Y-Green. Deborah, welcome back to SoFlo Home Project.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Now, we've all seen the beautiful commercials.
Yes.
So tell the viewers what Y-Green program is all about.
So Y-Green allows homeowners to do any type of energy efficient or hurricane protection improvements to the home, and the cost of these improvements are repaid on the property tax bill. So any homeowner can qualify as long as they have a minimum of 10% equity in the home, they're current on their mortgage payment, and they're current on property taxes for the last 3 years or the time they've owned the home, and not currently in an open bankruptcy.
Got it. So in other words, good credit, right?
Actually, not really.
Okay.
The neat thing about our program is that it's actually not based on the credit score.
And so the Y-Green program is really all about the financing, right?
Yes.
Empowering the homeowners to actually make those updates.
Yes, absolutely. So all of our contractors are the ones that are going to be doing all of the installations.
Okay.
They have to be certified with us, and of course they need to be certified with the state.
It's both languages, right? English and Spanish.
Yes, English and Spanish.
Okay.
They can call us directly, and they can do the application over the phone with us or online.
And how long is that process for the approval?
It's a pretty quick process. I would say an approval can take anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes.
Wow.
And as soon as they're approved, they're able to pick their contractor and pretty much go ahead and start the work.
That's great. So once you're approved, what is a realistic time frame for the actual install to take place?
So it can take, depending on the scope of the work, but
Yeah.
if we see, for example, hurricane impact windows and doors, it can take anywhere from about 6 to 12 weeks. Homeowners need to keep in mind that they are custom ordered to their home, so
Right.
it just depends, but it can take anywhere from about 6 to 12 weeks.
All right, so Ken is one very happy homeowner. So Ken, you've lived in this house for over 37 years. So you were saying it was about time to make some changes, right?
Right. It was the opportunity to, let's say, upgrade and give us the security of having hurricane windows and doors. Probably the most impressive thing was the ease of use of the program. You know, Bill said I'll have it done in 5 minutes, and I didn't believe him, and he did. You know, got online with Y-Green. The follow-up was probably 4 questions, and we were approved really within 15 minutes, and then we went on the install. It was about 6 weeks for the production of the custom windows, and 2.5 days on the install, and we were done.
Would you recommend Y-Green to other homeowners that are watching right now?
Well, certainly for me, it worked very well. There were a number of advantages that we got out of it, not only the hurricane protection, but the other thing too was the great drop in our insurance rates. You know, we were able to get credits. We had older windows and so forth that we weren't getting credit for on our insurance, and my insurance rates dropped, over $4,000, just by the installation. So almost the $4,000 a year, if you do the math,
I know.
pretty much pays for the install on the windows over a period of time. So
That's
it
a
really
pretty good
was,
savings.
It certainly
Not
is.
only that, but your wife is very happy as well.
Right,
And
yeah,
you know
she
what
doesn't
they
have to
say,
put shutters
right?
up. Yeah, doesn't have
Happy
to
wife,
shut-
happy life.
Right.
Thank you, Ken, so much
Thank
for
you
being
very
on SoFlo
much.
Home Project.
Alrighty.
Your home is one of the biggest investments you can make in your lifetime, so of course it's worth protecting along with your family this hurricane season. The Y-Green program can make it a reality. Worth checking out. So I love how the Y-Green program makes it easy for homeowners to make major home improvements. So now we're going to bring in the furniture and make this area more functional, okay?
Cool, man. You've helped me out so much with my stuff. I'll lend you a hand here.
I appreciate it. This is how we're tying in the blue now from those beautiful glazed pots. It's coming together. You know, we have our seating arrangement over there, similar to like a living room that you would find inside. And then this area over here can be used for dining outdoors.
Yeah, this is perfect how much extra space there is.
Coming up next, we show the homeowner her new backyard, but that's not the only surprise in store. You're gonna take off the glasses and take it all in, okay? Wait.
Oh, not yet. Oh, sorry.
Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. So all day today, we've been making this patio beautiful and the entire home safer because we wanted to address some issues, especially with that big tree right there, correct?
Yeah.
So at this point, we just need for Rachel to see it and hopefully love it. Okay, Rachel, so kind of describe how your patio was before.
It was basically completely empty
Yeah.
and lots of toys. It was a mess.
And honestly, you gave Steve and me a sort of carte blanche. You have no idea the projects that we were working on. So I really hope that you love it now that you're gonna take off the glasses and take it all in, okay? Wait.
Oh, not yet. Oh, sorry.
Okay, go
A
ahead.
little eager.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh my gosh, it's not even the same space. This is amazing.
Again, when we saw all the toys here, we really wanted to sort of define the area just for kids. So we wanted to even extend your patio further by doing the rubber mulch area for the kids.
Oh my
So it's really like a
gosh.
softer landing. By the way, I did go on the roller coaster. I loved it.
I love it. Thank you so much. I know this was so much work.
No.
This is incredible. You
Thanks
guys
for trusting in us.
did such a great job. The kids area is amazing. They're gonna have so much fun out there. The roller coaster coming into a soft landing. Thank you for that. That's the best of both worlds.
Yeah, so before you just had grass and you had, you know, a hardscape with the patio. Now with the curvature of the planting beds that Steve did, you know, it just really softens everything up. It kind of ties that more with the setting in nature, if you will.
When I took my glasses off, I really could not believe it was the same space. It looks, you know, so different now, and it's actually set up for entertaining. I was very, very, very happily surprised.
So at this point, your patio is absolutely beautiful, and you agree, right?
Yes, it's incredible.
But in addition to that, and this is really important, we also made your home safer because we did have Steve and his crew come out and really trim down the branches for that big oak tree.
Yes.
So Rachel, thank you again for letting us do this for you and for your beautiful family.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Steve,
Thank you guys.
Amazing
Seriously.
work. Thank
My
you
pleasure.
again.
Thank you very much. For
I
having me.
appreciate it. I'm going to see you, soon on another show on SoFlo Home Project. Now, we actually have another surprise for you, so I don't want you to leave as of yet.
Okay.
There is a South Florida legend, a hurricane expert, that is now a part of the Weather Authority team here at WPLG. And he's going to come and actually share some awesome tips as well to get your home ready and the viewers' homes ready for hurricane season. And we all feel a bit more safer whenever Brian Norcross is around, right? Brian, thank you so much for being on SoFlo Home
Thank you,
Project.
Martin.
Let me introduce you to Rachel.
Hi,
Hi.
Rachel. Very nice to
Nice
meet
to
you.
meet you.
So we did a couple of things here to make her home not only beautiful, but also make it a bit safer. So we did trim down this humongous oak tree with big branches that were protruding over her house. Because I think a lot of times when homeowners protect and want to make their home safer, they concentrate mainly on the structure, but they don't really tend to other things like this.
Most of the damage that happens to houses happens because of flying debris.
Wow.
And that's either limbs or bushes or trash cans. Right now, you don't have control over all of that.
Right.
But there are things in every yard you have control over. So
Yeah.
doing what you can is a big first step.
Right. So now hurricane season officially began yesterday, and there's an amazing app called the Max Tracker
Right.
that really helps homeowners like Rachel and everybody else just stay on top of the news, right?
Right, so anybody can get the Max Tracker app. You can get the cone, you can get preparedness tips
Right.
if we ever have a big storm. So lots of stuff in the Max Tracker app. It's great.
And you actually use it
I
last
do.
year, right?
Yes, I used it last year. Absolutely.
That's great.
Yeah, it's a way to keep up when you're on the go.
So Brian, what's the forecast for this hurricane season?
Early indications are not as busy as last season, but remember from 1992 that it only takes one.
I know.
We are going to have hurricanes form in the Atlantic. They are going to come in this general direction. Whether one comes to South Florida, we don't know, but we all have to be ready.
Stay on top of the news and watching
Excellent.
the Weather Authority here on Local 10.
And we'll all be there. no matter what
Absolutely.
happens.
Thank you again for being a part of the Local 10 team. You are a South Florida legend.
Thank
Yes.
you so much.
All right, to all the viewers at home, we thank you for watching. This is SoFlo Home Project, changing lives one room at a time. And we'll see you again back here next weekend, Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. Bye-bye.
All right, see you on Local 10.
If you missed any part of this makeover or you're looking for more design inspiration, make sure to check out all episodes online at SoFloHomeProject.com. You can also submit your own design disasters, and you never know, we could be knocking on your front door. Next week on SoFlo Home Project, interior designer Wojtek Faber takes us on a couple of laps around champion race car driver Jill DeFerran's home.